G'day and welcome to another slow and steady video here on the channel. My name is KT and today is Biking Sunday, back on the Crew 2, of course with its new offline patch. We did a video earlier in the week, and today, episode 3, we're going to change up the bike. We're currently looking at the Harley-Davidson Iron 883 2017. And as you know, we do a little bit of history along the way, and we'll talk about the bike itself. Let's get into game. So here we are, the Harley-Davidson Iron 883 2017. Few motorcycles are more elemental than 2017 Harley-Davidson Sportster Iron 883. Stripped down to basics, it's a traditional motorcycle that is part cruiser and part retro sport bike. The paint scheme, beautiful red here, but I think it also comes in a matte black. The Iron 883 has little in the way of adornment chrome. It's almost non-existent in chrome, and it just comes down to the basic air-cooled V-twin motor in bare-bone chassis. The updated suspension giving the shocks and cartridge forks. It made a huge improvement in the ride, and the updated suspension returns in this 2017 model. With the suspension firm but not harsh, the Iron 883 is happy to make its way through the canyons with confidence, although handling and suspension and braking and power aren't what the Roadster 1200 specs are specifically about. With the suspension firm but not harsh, the Iron 883 is happy to make its way through the canyons with admirable confidence. There we go. So let's have a look at the company themselves. Harley-Davidson, born out of a boyhood friendship. It took one Harley and 3 Davidsons to create a motorcycle brand that reshaped how the world moves. So you might think that Harley-Davidson was founded by 2 guys whose last names were Harley and Davidson, and you would be partway right. It was 1 Harley and 3 Davidsons, and it took all 4 of them working together to create a brand that would revolutionize transportation and America. Harley-Davidson was founded in 1903 in Milwaukee and officially incorporated in 1907, with Walter Davidson serving as the first president. Arthur Davidson became the first general sales manager and secretary, while William Davidson was the first operations manager. William Harley, meanwhile, became the chief engineer and the treasurer. So that's a little bit of history about the Harley-Davidson company, founded in 1903 and then established or incorporated in 1907. Today's part of the journey. It looks a bit foggy out there. Let's get to game a second. It looks quite foggy. Today we're doing the leg from Bomb City. Check out the last episode if you want to know why Amarillo is called Bomb City. And we're doing a short leg over to Santa Fe. That's the next part of the Route 66, and I believe in real life this takes about 4 to 5 hours. However, in game I think it's just 9 miles up the road, so we'll just take a nice easy ride. Let's get this Harley started, or let's get this party started. Manual gears, of course. We're able to, let's just hold that camera there a second. We've got the gear in again. Animation looks really great. Back down to neutral. And she actually feathered the throttle on her own there, just to drop that down a couple of gears. Up into first. And let's go. Down to the handlebars. Nice working speedo there. And we'll just follow this down to the road. So yeah, you can see it says 9 miles. While we come out of Amarillo for episode 3. Let's just whip back to third person just so we can see what's going on there. Christ, that was a bit over the curb, wasn't it? I think we need to go the other way, so we'll just spin around. I think we'll stay in third person just until we get out the city and onto the main road. I don't think this is going to take us too long, to be honest. But we can have a little chat about the offline mode that we're now working in. So with the previous video, I think it was episode 1, those lights working? Yeah, they're on green. Oh, this woman's walking across the road. She's got a death wish. Oh, of course, manual gears. Let's go up a couple. Must be coming into night time. I think the street lights have just come on as we come through Amarillo. But sadly, we're unable to do this road trip now with any friends. Previously, you could maybe have 16 bikes behind you, which just would be incredible, wouldn't it? It's a shame my channel is so young, because had it been established a couple of years, I'm sure we would have had some proper bikers that would have come on, you know, biking gamers. Green light again, he's walking across the road. I think that might have just turned red, actually. We'll wait for the green. But yeah, you know, a big shout out to all the subscribers. Has that gone green now? He's tripped over. Now we're green. I can see it reflecting on the road where it went green for a second. Let's have it. I'm sure there's not many people that would play this game in such a way, stopping at traffic lights and such. But if you want to, you know, get involved in just some immersion and green, okay, let's go. Or a little bit of role play. I think it's great fun. God, these lights change quick, don't they? And they've changed as well. I'll be glad to get out the city. Green. Let's go. I can see the lights ahead are on red, so we'll just roll up slowly. They're on green. Oh, we're just going to go through. Amber Gambler. And I think we're actually out onto the open road now. Petrol station coming up. It's a damn shame that they couldn't put some quality of life in for the offline mode and have some fuel implemented. But look at this evening. It's dusk is settling, some grey clouds in the sky. It could rain. It does rain within these games. Oh, I suppose actually it's quite nice to be in offline mode where you're able to come on, but you know, it can be a lonely experience. That's the only trouble. So this is obviously a festival where you can go off and do some racing or a racing event there, but it will just be against AI players now. 7 miles to go. Let's get down to the handlebars then and open this baby up, shall we? Let's go up a gear. As you can see, the animation there. Look at all those car lights coming into Amarillo. We're not going to ride like an idiot. 7 miles to go. It might be quite a nice journey, actually. And this is Amarillo to Santa Fe. I wonder if they've increased the AI traffic. The amount of AI traffic. So there seems to be quite a lot. We did say it was quite grey. I think I've seen a spot of rain then. I'm going to get around this car if I can. Let's go for it. And this one as well is getting a bit foggy, isn't it? I don't know what the time of cycle for the 24-hour period is in game. Just 6 miles away now. I don't know anything about Santa Fe yet. I'll have to look to my notes. But what a wonderful experience it would be to do the Route 66. But you know, I was saying on the recently having the wheel on the truck games that, you know, real life now is becoming so congested out there. There's just so much traffic, so many people wanting to be, you know, at their destination as quickly as possible, that suddenly these games are bringing an element of relaxation, because you know, sometimes on some of the games you can dial down the traffic and you can have all the open road to yourself. I know it's not the same as real life, but it's not a bad, you know, what word am I looking for? It's not a bad, it's not a replacement. It never will be for real life, will it? But anyway, what I'm trying to say is that it's not a bad substitute. There you go. That's the word I'm looking for. So into a bit of forestry here. It's a shame that I think they can do so much more with this game. You could have, like I said, I think they perhaps should have launched a DLC mode where it was an open world road trip where you had to get fuel, maybe you had to get some food, maybe you had a little bit of currency where you could sleep over at the hotels, maybe the currency that you earned in the racing of like the normal mode of the crew, maybe you could have that currency bleed over into your sandbox open road trip world, so you didn't have to worry about earning money because you earned all the money racing, and now you're on your holiday with friends doing a road trip. So we have had news of the Crew 4. It's only a tippet bit of news, but Ivory Tower and Ubisoft have come together around the table. See, look at that. Let me just slow up a second. Just going to dip off the road. Let me just finish what I'm saying. Right, now look at that. There's a camper van there. And would it be great if you could pull up as like a load of bikers and just sort of sleep in the forest? I don't know. It's maybe me and my role play. You know, with Red Dead Redemption, you've got the campfire, you can sit round, have a conversation. And like I said, I've got some big plans for the channel, but it will grow naturally as we go. And let's just get out of here a second. But yeah, that camper van with it's almost, you know, it's a hand reach away, isn't it? I think daylight is upon us. We're 4 miles out. But yes, I was saying that Ivory Tower and Ubisoft have come around the table and decided that actually they do want to look at Crew 4. We've got no other details of whether it's going to be America. I hope it is. Unless, of course, it could be the entire Europe. How mental would that be if it was all of Europe? That would make a nice change. I don't really want Hawaii. Again, I didn't even buy Motorfest. You know, if you know this channel and you know me, I'm all about realism, and you know, I like immersion and realism. So we've got a signpost there for Roswell, the Central Plains, which wasn't a million miles away from here. We spoke about that with Red Dead Redemption and the Great Plains and the history of the Great Plains. Just 3 miles away from Santa Fe. But we'll have to see what they do with the Crew 4. And like I said, I think there's a big scope here. And, you know, it's not going to offend the people who want to race in this game. It could just be a separate DLC that would take you away from the online multiplayer. And you could have a complete sandbox of road trips. And maybe they would have all the road trips laid out. So unlike what I'm doing here, where I'm plotting the route and I'm talking about the history, perhaps that will be incorporated into the game. I think that would be incredible. So another sign there. Should we get past this lorry? 3 miles out from Santa Fe. Drop it down a gear. Once we get a good view on the road. Try and keep some distance so we can just see. The closer you are to the back of that lorry, the less you're going to be able to see. 2 miles out from Santa Fe, it's almost not worth it looking for the overtake. Okay, go on, let's have it then. Past that lorry. Of course, with the Euro truck and American truck, they're going to have some sort of... You've got the Dodge Challengers and open world. They're sort of, you know, really being quite forward thinking. They've got this huge world of America. Canada's coming, Europe, and why wouldn't they potentially look at other vehicles within that world. If you're driving your truck and a bunch of bikers come past, that's quite immersive, isn't it? You know, the only thing I don't like about multiplayer games is that some people race around and some people don't drive like you perhaps would in real life. And I get it, it's a video game, you know, I get it. So I'm hoping that there is some sort of ghost mode where people just don't ram you off the road, you know. But it's interesting to see Canyonland. It said Canyonland. It does look like the Red Canyon, the Red Mountains, the red environment here. 1.65 miles. That beeping there is a not a barn find. What do they call it? It's a wreck that you can go and find, and you'll get additional parts for your vehicles, which is quite good. And I've done plenty of that in this game. But yeah, look at these red mountains. So Santa Fe, here we come, 1.3 miles. And we've been absolutely left alone. That traffic has also become less as we come out onto the open road. You could even hear some sort of coyote then. Just over a mile away as we come up the hill, as this escalation up through the mountains. So nice to have manual gears as well. Just brings that immersion, doesn't it? It's and it's really accessible on the controller. And there's quite a few bikes to choose from as well. There's a beautiful Yamaha that I've been looking at, but I just can't afford it. So now the game's offline, I might have to do some more races. But bringing over your save from the online makes perfect sense if you've been working hard on this game for a couple of years. So we're coming into Santa Fe. Down a couple of gears. And I think we'll whip to third person so we can take in these sights. Is there any skyscrapers here? I don't know much about it, to be honest. 800 yards. It looks like we're here. There's a lorry, look. Parked up. Can we look for a hotel or something? Should we just peel off here? Looks like we're into some sort of housing estate. So we will be diving into the history of this place. Should I pull up here? Looks like a diner, doesn't it? If there was diners in this game, I think it would be amazing. There you go, here's a shop here, like 7 days. Should I pull up here? Imagine 16 bikes pulling up here. Amazing. Okay, let's have a look at the history of Santa Fe. Doesn't look to be much to it. Look at it. It's just a dusty town. Let's bring that 3D so the rain coming in. So there's no high rises here. So Santa Fe is the oldest state capital in the US and the highest capital city. Known for its unique blend of Native American, Spanish and Mexican cultures, a vibrant art scene and over 300 days of sunshine annually. It's also home to the oldest church and the oldest house in the country, which are both located in Santa Fe. How interesting is that? Santa Fe is one of the oldest cities in North America, founded in 1610. 1610. We smash that here in the UK, don't we? But hey, look, let's not digress. It has a rich history that includes periods of Spanish and Mexican and US rule. It is the oldest state capital in the United States. with its history as a government seat dating back to 1610. The city is a major centre for arts and culture, known for a blend of indigenous Spanish and Mexican influences. In 2005, it was the first US city inducted into the UNESCO Creative Cities Network. Fantastic, but look at it, Santa Fe. And this was on the mother road of the Route 66. I think that's where we come in, just alongside those mountains as we've come through, and we find ourselves, and this is called a city, but looks no more than a town really. But that's it, Amarillo to Santa Fe for this episode. Catch me on the next Biking Sunday for episode 4. So that's it from me here in Santa Fe for this episode 3. If you like the video, smash like, that's always appreciated. If you are subscribed to this channel, a massive shout out to you, the SAS crew. Thank you for being part of this channel as it continues to grow. If you're not subscribed and you kind of like bikes, trucks and horses, well, maybe this is the channel for you. Oh, as we look through the bush there. I'll see you on the next one. Take it easy. Take good care of yourself. I'll see you soon. Bye.